Yo, what is going on, fishermen of all shapes, sizes, and ages? Now, this right here is my review on the Fenwick Silverhawk.
Yo, when I go fishing, it's no kidding. The minute I'm flipping my rig and I'm getting them hits in an instant. This isn't no Hank Parker, Larry Nixon, Roland Martin, Bill Dance, kinda Carolina rigging and pork rind jigging. Man, I got a biggin'. Hell no, this is much different. Now let me ask you a question. Do you like eels drifting, pen reels spinning, keeper lipping, and creel limits broken? Jesus skipping, bonita hitting, and drag seals smoking. Peeling, sizzling.
Now, let's get into the rod. The one that I have is a 7-foot medium heavy. And 7-foot medium heavy I feel is the best rod and reel that you can pick up if you're gonna pick up any. But they make almost any rod in this model that you would want for a bait casting rod at least. They make, the only ones they don't make is a heavy, but they make a 7.6 medium heavy, which is perfect for frog fishing. And then if you're gonna do some heavy fishing, you may want to just look at a different brand, but otherwise this rod is perfect. This is definitely my favorite rod that I've actually used out on the water. It was my first rod that I ever picked up. That was $100 like rod, but this at Cabela's, even though it's $100 rod, at least 4 times a year, if not more, this rod goes on sale for $60 for about a 2-week span. So make sure you're checking out on the Cabela's website for this rod. When it goes on sale, pick it up. This is super great. I mean, I love the rod right here. Everything about this thing I love. Number one being these eyes. These eyes aren't going to bend on you. Because look at this style of the eye where it has these little 2 things coming down. That's going to support the eye so it's not going to want to bend in either direction. And then looking onto the rod itself. The rod, I love how they have the graphite shown on here where they have a clear coat over it. So that graphite isn't exposed, and graphite is very slippery. And it also is very weak if it's just exposed like that. So it's going to get torn down and stuff. And it's not going to be very strong. Get scratched very easily. This clear coat doesn't get scratched as much. But I still like that where it's not like those white rods where it's just so ugly white out there. I mean, I have a couple of them. But I'd rather have this where it looks nicer. And then on to the bottom section. Down here, the way they designed it, I love it. How they went from this normal cork right here to a different kind. This kind is a little bit heavier, but it's more durable. Whereas these two right here, you're usually not going to be touching these ends right here. So they didn't want to add any unnecessary weight to it to try to increase the strength of it, because those two, they're probably not going to break as easily. But this part right here is the part that always gets messed up on cork handled reels, well, rods. So what that's doing is it's protecting it, but also keeping the weight down. So the engineers there really put in their time to make this rod. And then the reel seat right here, the Fuji reel seat Feel the Action is a great reel seat. It says Feel the Action right there, and it's just so comfortable. They make these grooves right here for all your fingers to fit right on there. How I hold my reels on there like that, it's super duper comfortable. I wish all rods came with this kind of reel seat because it's so much easier to use, so much more comfortable. And then also it locks down on that reel pretty good. I mean, it's pretty loose now because I've used this so much. Last year it was like my go-to rod and reel combo. But when this thing is brand new, it's super duper comfortable, and it locks down very, very good. It's not like a Veritas where it's going to click down and lock into place. That's the only thing I don't like about this reel seat. Otherwise, everything about it is pretty decent. And then it's got this Texas rig hook keeper right here. I love that also because it's going to make when you're on the water so much easier to trade out your baits or take them off. Because normal ones, you have to hook it inside there. But this thing, you just take your hook and go around it. Take the hook and go down, and it just fits right in that little notch right there, which is so much easier when you're out there. When you grab a rod, you just pull it like that. You can pull the line loose, and usually that slack line is going to make it so it's going to come off the hook keeper really easy. Now, I broke the rod tip on this, so this rod would be a lot lighter than it actually is right now. Brand new, this rod was super duper light, and I had to add this different kind, because this is the only kind that they had, was this kind. See how all these are like the Fuji, and this is I think a Berkeley kind, so it adds a little bit of extra weight to it, but it's not horrible. It's still pretty light. I mean, I don't know the exact weight of it, but it's pretty nice. So that's about it for this review on the Fenwick Silverhawk. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed. Let's see if we can get this video to 20 likes. I really hope to get to that. And then also make sure you subscribe so that way you can watch the rest of my videos. I have tons of bass fishing videos coming out this year, tons of trout fishing videos coming out this year, walleye fishing videos. I have those too. Crappie fishing videos will be coming up in definitely the next 2 weeks, because they're going to be moving up shallow pretty soon. So yeah, make sure you subscribe for all that. There's going to be a ton of content coming out pretty soon, and there's probably already, so make sure you go check out my channel. I got a couple videos for you guys to watch. But yeah, and then also leave a comment down below. I have tons of videos, and nobody's commenting any questions. Make sure you don't feel free to comment down there. I'm not afraid to answer any of you guys' questions. I will give you all the honest and truthful answers that I feel. I'm not going to give you stuff from like somebody who's sponsored, and if you ask them, they're going to tell you stuff to buy like their companies just because they're sponsored by them and they get paid to tell you that kind of stuff. Me, I'm not getting paid for any of it that I'm going to tell you. So when I tell you a brand, you're going to know that that brand is what I trust and that you can trust too. So like I always say, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.
The beat is my native language.